today's video, we are going to be doing an accuracy test with the PSA JAKL. Now, I've already got a couple videos out on this. We did a full unboxing video, and we went over all the specs. We went over the long stroke gas system. If you watch the Rumble version, I actually took it all apart and showed you the gas system and how it works. We also took it out and did a first shots video. And shortly after you watch this video, I'm going to be putting out my full review. So I wanted to kind of split the accuracy testing up from the review because I didn't want to make that video too long. So what we're going to be doing today, we're just going to shoot some 50-yard groups, and we will be shooting out of this Caldwell. We're going to be shooting back at the old range I used to film at because they have the nice stable benches. And I just prefer to shoot my bench stuff from that range versus over at the other. The ammo we're going to be using today. Now this is the 62 grain arms core bullet. These are my reloads. These are my plinking rounds. And 90% of all the ammo that's been shot through this gun have been my reloads. So these are not by any means a precision accurate round. These are just made to plink with. I also grabbed some PMC X-Tac. Now this is a 62 grain bullet, and these are green tip. A lot of people shoot this. This ammo, even in today's climate, is a lot cheaper than some of the other 223 and 5.56 out there. So we are going to be running this. And then we are going to be running some Federal. Now these are a 55 grain soft point. Just kind of wanted to throw a hunting round into the mix. And these are the Hornady 55 grain VMAXs. Now these shoot excellent in all my ARs, and you'll actually get to see how these perform in the JAKL. So let's head out to the range. We're going to take these 4 different types of ammo out, and we're going to shoot a 5-shot group at 50 yards with each one of them. All right, we're here at the range, and I've got 5 rounds of the Arms Core 62 grain reloads loaded up. These are what we used throughout the whole review video. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group at the top left. These are my plinking rounds. I don't expect them to do real well, but let's just see what they can do at 50 yards and a 5-shot group. Top left. All right, this time we're going to shoot a 5-shot group at the top right target. This time we got the PMC X-Tac. These are 62 grain green tip. I don't expect these to group really well either, but let's just see what they do here at 50 yards. Top right. All right, this time we've got our 55 grain Hornady VMAX. Now I expect these to do the best. These shot really well out of the Frontline 16 when we did the review. These shot really well out of the Cox Arms EMR1. I believe the Cox Arms, we got about a 3/4 inch group at 50. So let's see how well they do in the JAKL. This time we're going to go for the center target. All right, this is going to be our last group. This time we got 5 rounds of the Federal Power Shocks loaded up. These are a jacketed soft point. It is a 55 grain bullet. Let's go ahead and shoot at the bottom left. All right, here we go. First group, these were the Arms Core 62 grain. These are 1-inch squares, so if we go from here to our furthest, we're looking at about 1.75 inches. This little 3-shot group right here is probably less than half an inch, but about 1.75 inch group with our plinking rounds, not too bad at all. All right, now we move over to our X-Tac, and this is pretty ugly. So we got 1 inch. We're talking 2-inch group here with the 62 grain green tip X-Tac. All right, then we moved to the Hornady VMAX, and I knew these would probably do really well. We've got 3 in the same hole right here, 2 right here. We're right at 3/4 inch there on that group. We might be even a little less. So the JAKL definitely liked the Hornady. All right, now we move down here, and this is looking pretty good too. Now they shot pretty far to the left, same with the VMAX, but the 55 grain Power Shocks did pretty well. So it looks like we got 2 touching right here, 2 in the same hole here. I'll have to watch the footage. And then we got this little flyer up here. Now we're still at about probably 1.5 inch, 1.75 inch group. You take these 4 right here, that's a 1/2 inch group. So the Power Shocks did really well in the JAKL. All right, we are back from the range and back in the studio, and the JAKL did all right. I kind of figured the Hornady was going to shoot the best, and it did. We got right at about a 3/4 inch group at 50 yards with these. Pretty happy with that. At 100 yards, would it have opened up a little bit more? Just a little bit, but I still think we would have been right around a 1-inch group at 100 yards with the Hornady. The other one that really surprised me was the Federal Power Shocks. They actually, even though they were shooting pretty far left from where we were zeroed, they grouped up really nice too, especially those 4. Pretty impressed with the Power Shocks. I didn't think they performed too bad. I was pretty happy with my plinking rounds. They're not meant for that type of stuff. I throw these together as quick as I can. Normally make 500 to 1,000 of these at a time just to test stuff out on the channel, but they did okay. The X-Tac did absolutely awful, but it doesn't shoot very well in any of my other ARs either, so it is what it is. Now, all in all, I am pretty happy with what I've seen today with the JAKL. This is not a precision shooting gun. This isn't a bench rest gun. To be honest with you, I really don't know what this gun is, and we're going to dive into that when I put out the review here shortly. Other than that, I had a lot of fun today with this video. Stay tuned. The full review is on its way. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.